right, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are back with another edition of 24/7 Comics Live. We have very, very special guests with us today. We have Michelle and Justin. Just saw you guys at LA Comic Con. So that is the entire theme for today's episode. And it is such an LA edition because our publisher, host, Guru is actually stuck in LA traffic, so he will be joining us very soon. And it's actually giving me a little bit of triggering flashbacks to LA Comic Con because it took about an hour. You know, it's not that San Diego's that organized, but LA just didn't give a crap.
Yeah,
so
LA is
people were just like smoking their vape pens, I actually, unfortunately, listened to all of those directions. So I barely made it when I saw both of your amazing panels.
Well,
how was that for you? I'm always curious, actually, for people not only cosplaying, but, you know, very heavily involved with panels. What does your typical day look like coming into these things?
Oh, man. Most of the prep is like we do it before the convention even starts. Mm-hmm. So you gather all the panelists, obviously you create your questions and you kind of get everybody ready. And that's really it for the prep. I mean, it's a lot more than that, but to simplify it.
So much more.
The day of it's pretty chill.
Yeah, and it depends
on if you seem very relaxed. That's what I'm like. It was different than every other person I spoke.
It's not our first rodeo. Yeah. Like, honestly, LA is so chill compared to San Diego Comic Con because your panel could be anywhere, right? Like, it could be on site or off site. Like, so I had to Uber a panelist one time because I knew we were not going to get there in time. But in LA, it's just if your panel's on a Saturday,
yeah, we actually get into that issue.
Parking and traffic is very crazy if you're trying to arrive by noon.
On the day. Yeah, one of my panelists got stuck in traffic and couldn't find parking. So he completely missed the panel. So it's totally understandable.
I actually was there for that moment and never made it. Yeah. So I actually had this, I'm very determined, but I had this moment where I got in the wrong line, wrong parking lot. And I was like, I should just, and then I was like, absolutely not, because I came especially for your Black Cat meetup. And that actually inspired me to like not give up, because I'm definitely one of those people who like, I don't know, like if somebody cancels plans, I'm like, oh, that's okay. I get to hang out with my dogs. So I was kind of like, you know, I'm still in LA. I could just drive home. But what you two both do is incredible. And actually with that, I'd love for you. I know a lot of us know who you are, but for anyone new joining, I'd love a formal introduction for both of you.
Well, I'm Michelle, and this is Justin, and we've been married a long time, and we actually bonded over a shared love for comics,
and toys.
Like, I think on our first date we talked about that. I just said, you know, I'm into comics and video games and all this nerdy stuff, and if that's not your jam, I'm not your girl, you know. And he was like, yeah, I'm cool with all that. And we've just been nerding out like for as long as we've been together. Yeah. And I took Justin to his first Comic-Con.
Wait, what?
It was a small local one.
That's drama. What? Oh,
it was a small local show. It wasn't San Diego. Yeah. But we did get to experience San Diego for the first time together, and that was a lot. That was
very, like, we tell everybody their first time, it's going to be sensory overload. There's just so much stuff to see, and then you're surrounded by so many people in amazing costumes, and just it's such a cool vibe. But it's just everything coming at you at once, so you don't know where to look, you don't know what to do. But
it's kind of like instead of like, oh, living together or traveling together, if you can survive a full convention together.
Yeah.
Like,
and not hate each other. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I've seen people go at each other's throats, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
No,
Pretty
I
great.
heard a couple like arguing behind us as we were leaving one day, and I'm like, oh damn, like that's like they were probably hangry and tired.
Yes.
Happens
It
daily.
it does happen, but like, but you know what? We just
power through it.
Yeah, you know, we grab a beer, we grab a shot, and we
You
just
eat
like vibe.
beforehand. You probably bring snacks, like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I always have a
And
backpack.
it's so great now having like friends everywhere. They're like, "Do you want to like a water bottle?" You're like,
Yeah.
we're used to like a music festival where like you'll just.
Well, at LA, we've gone so many times, like we know there's always somebody out front giving out free energy drinks,
Right.
or like
Ooh.
5-hour energies or some.
It used to be 5-hour energy.
Used to be 5-hour energy. Now it's like these
the
Alani energy drinks.
Okay.
Those reps are always out front,
Always.
and sometimes they make it into the lobby too, because
Yeah, they were giving them out in the lobby.
yeah, they were giving them out in the lobby to cosplayers. They're like, oh, can we just grab some photos? And we
Smart.
for free energy
Yeah.
drinks. I got so many. I was giving them away
home,
too.
like, I think we brought like 4
You're
or
like,
5.
I just don't want to carry this now. You can have.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's really incredible just seeing how any possible business you could ever have is going to benefit from having nerds on your side.
Yeah.
Like,
Very
it's
true.
we do have kids and whatnot, but like mainly we do cherish our disposable income. And
Yeah.
there's so many people where like I'm like, you have $1 million collections, but like you're broke when you go out. And I love those people because I'm that person. It's just like, oh no, I can't really do that because I just got my full. You guys, just your background alone, I think you understand.
Oh yeah, yeah. We definitely like people go hard for like concerts or like festivals and other things, but we go hard for Comic Cons. Like
those are our vacations.
Yeah, those are our vacations.
I mean, they're like work almost sometimes.
Yeah,
but it's like a vacation.
Yeah, it's a vacation that you actually could have a lasting investment from, which is so crazy. And it's like just the people you meet, the artwork you get. When you guys came to the Sean Chen, Daniel Wu signing, Sean Chen just like gifted us, like,
yeah, that was so crazy,
bestowed upon us. And I'm still like, I'm still shaking because it's just really being there that is all the difference. Like resellers, who cares? You're there. We walk around you. You're doing that. That's fine. But there are things that just today I did, fall cleaning, which was like, get rid of Halloween costumes that will never fit your boobs. Like, it's not going to happen. And I came across all of these amazing things that I'm like, I would have never had this had I not actually participated in person.
Yeah. And that's the fun part. Like, we stopped by our friend Sue Lee's booth, and she is the writer and artist for Chitara. This is not her cover. This is a Sozo Micah cover, but she gave us like a little remark. She gave us a couple remarks.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And the memory and just being like, now I know this person. And you may think like, oh, people stand in line to meet this celebrity artist, ... There's memories that, especially each con, like building on that, it's definitely not a fan base that isn't loved.
Yeah. It's like
they become family because you see them at the multiple conventions. So you become like really good friends with them.
We don't make it through all of Artist Alley because we've made some friends, and it's not that we don't want to see everyone, it's just we know everybody, and
we can only submit so much time to everybody.
Yeah, we're like, oh, we got to go to a panel, or we got to go to a signing, or there's like something, so we try to get like down there and see all of our friends. And Cosplay Corner is on the other side now. So
they still separate.
Yeah, seeing our cosplay friends and then trying to see our artist friends and everything in between, it's
tough.
It's a journey.
We do a lot less shopping now.
Yeah.
Than we used to.
Yeah.
We used to go really hard.
Yeah.
Like really hard with the shopping. And now we literally do not have time.
Yeah,
I think I did the most shopping the last hour of the con on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's great because you've had time to be like, yes, I love this. I do need it now. It's not just a want.
Yeah.
And it's still there, so it's meant to be.
Yeah. I think we were like, we're gonna get Moodang merch. Like that was the goal. We're
okay, and I also freaking can't with that. It's so great because the pygmy hippo I used to follow, his name was Fiona. And you're bringing pygmy hippos back.
Yes.
I remember Fiona.
Yes.
Right? Do you remember Fiona?
I remember. Once you said it, I was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah. So really fantastic content. I am obsessed.
We found a Moodang.
We found an artist who was doing Moodang art.
Ridiculous.
Like we saw, I was like instant buy. Like
100%.
Yes. And there was a sticker too that they did. It's a Moodang bow.
In a bow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Oh, my husky. Oh, hey, come here. This is mine. Come here. Come on.
Oh,
come on. This husky looks just like that to me.
Oh
my gosh.
Look at that baby.
Look at that sweet baby.
Baby hippo camo.
Oh.
But yes, freaking incredible. I do definitely want to talk a little bit more about Justin. I have never really been to a panel that was still so electrified, really. Like a lot of comments from people before I went in, after I went in, like I have absolutely no fear. I'm completely allied with all things Asian anyway. But I think that was one of the more exciting and serious panels that I'd been to. So I'd love for you also to highlight what it is you do. This is something that Carl has always been a part of as well. What?
Yeah, speaking of.
Kidding?
Are you in traffic right now?
I'm not getting home anytime soon, so I figured I'll just
pulled over.
Yeah, and just hop on now. I've never used the StreamYard app before, so this is the first time. I don't know how the sound and visuals are, but
it actually sounds really good. When we did our stream with Mateo, that was a bit more challenging, but you look great. We see the traffic lights. Oh gosh. We were just saying how lovely it was finding parking at LACC. But we were able to make both of these panels. Oh, he's gone. I'm going to type to him. Justin is doing intro. Okay, he's probably fine. All right, everybody, hang tight for our fearless leader. If anyone can figure this out, he can. But Justin, please continue because I met Leilani and she's a big hero of mine anyway. So had my little fangirl freak out afterwards, but please.
Yeah, Leilani is awesome.
It was
really I started doing this panel, I want to say 2022, right? I can't even remember. I think it was San Diego Comic-Con was the first time I did it. And I've done 3 at San Diego. So 22, 23, 24. Yeah. So I've done 3 San Diegos, 2 or 3. I can't even remember.
You've done some at WonderCon.
Yeah, I've done some at WonderCon. And then this is my 3rd LA Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I've been doing it a little while. It was kind of it came to fruition over a beer, and then we didn't get San Diego Comic-Con tickets that year. So I had just met who was it? Jim Chung.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had just met Jim Chung and Jean Luen Yang at WonderCon, and I was dressed up as the Shang-Chi character. So that was a highlight for me, being dressed up as the character that both of them wrote and drew.
That's crazy.
And then, yeah, it kind of just evolved into, we don't have tickets. How do we get into San Diego? Let's do a panel. I was just inspired to do a representation panel because you have all these amazing Asian creatives, but they're not as well known as some like Liefeld or some of those other Silvestri, like the big name artists. So I originally wanted to do the panel to highlight the Asian characters and stories. So we would talk about like Shang-Chi and some other like Sunfire, Monkey Prince, talk about these new characters that nobody knew about. And then over the years, it's evolved into getting creatives and just telling their stories, telling the stories of how they became who they are and why they went into their field. And
it's actually crazy. You
it's
like
evolved.
my hair stand up because you started it when you were like, hey, like let's give more credit to these epic characters, and you were like right there when it became almost mainstream. And it's like I feel like even watching that panel, you're representing so many things, and now you almost are having to also protect, appropriation.
Yes, I've actually been asked that question.
It's like almost like it's like not appreciated, and then like whoa, like we're here.
It's too popular. Everyone wants to do it.
I found that so fascinating because my best friends are all Filipino people, and that was something that like, you hear so many things, and then seeing your panel really, you're kind of really doing something about every issue. There was even someone who popped up and was like, why are Pacific Islanders involved with? And your whole panel had an amazing response. It's like, it's always a step forward. We just want inclusiveness, stepping forward. And I like, Carl looked at me and I was just like, okay. But that was really, really cool. Just so you know, and like I felt so welcome, and just so like, that seems like a staple of conventions now when I go to, but I know you really worked really hard to get it there. So
yeah, it's had some trials. Just at first it started out a little slow, trying to find the talent to do it because no one's ever heard of me, and I'm cold calling these artists or just walking up to them at booths and being like, hey, I got this panel, would you want to do it? And some of them were like, panels aren't my thing, or I just would be left on red on the DMs, but you kind of just look past it. And now it's come to the point where I have people asking to be on it.
Yeah.
Like Leilani was one who actually reached out to me to be on it.
Oh, yeah. That's so epic.
So she's amazing.
Yeah, she's been on it twice.
She's been on it twice.
Yeah. I chatted a little bit with her afterwards because she was like, I think I've met you before, but you still acted like very excited. And I'm like, I just like lived and breathed Star Wars for so long that I heard her voice in like all of the like just kind of like back end stuff. So I knew she was like a secret puppeteer of like so many things for so long. So I'm just so happy for you guys. Really great stuff. You are just so capable of keeping everybody like peaceful and happy. Exactly the perfect moderator. I'd be like, yo, go, like say it, like get kicked out. So I love that. I loved it so much. I was actually supposed to try to go back to your panel, Michelle, and got really wrapped up, especially when Leilani was like, hey, I think I met you before. I was like,
it's okay.
But I saw the photos and it looked so cool though. So
but those are the moments, like moments like that where you got to meet somebody who meant something to you, not like at their table or on the con floor, but after a panel. Like those moments are so special, and you don't necessarily get to experience that unless you attend a panel, like, or you see them like maybe walking from like in the hallway or something. Like those moments I think are the best kinds of things that you can have. Yeah. And Justin's panel was amazing. Like I've cried like listening to some of the stories, like especially the women too, because you can relate to those as well. Like when they talk about like the work that they do, the things that they're passionate about. Like you had Amy Chu and Janice Chang. They were both talking about, they're both like, they're also activists as well. And so they were just talking about like the things that they were going through too, like as women creatives in general, just trying to get their stuff out there. And it's just
women in the comic industry in like the 80s. Actually, Janice is doing it from the 70s.
Yeah, Janice is a legend.
Yeah.
Like we see her now at other conventions and she's always so nice to us. She's like, it's so great to see you guys.
She even still texts me. She's like, she always on the holidays, she's like, oh, happy anniversary, or like Merry Christmas, or Happy Thanksgiving. She's always just reaching out just to say hi.
Yeah.
Incredible. So incredible. And Michelle, you also, at the same time, it was almost crazy. Your panel started first. Thank God they were like 3 rooms away. But that was nuts because I was very intimidated by the idea of panels, especially because I'd only really gone to SD Comic-Con, where it's like sign up early, sign up before, be very intimidated by this line. So LA was actually the first time I was like, okay, I'm just going to go for it. Somehow we were able to see both, but it was crazy because it's Carl, Mary, and I, and we just start seeing one black cat, a dude black cat, and I was like, let's go.
This is cool.
Yes.
That was incredible. And I'm also kind of more into Black Cat from her video game appearance, same as like Silver Sable. That's how I started cosplaying. So hearing that, and your panel was really special because you had people that had just started cosplaying as well.
Yeah, we had some pros and some like intermediates and then some brand new cosplayers there. And the panel is put together by Shelly Shutters. And she reached out to me on Instagram just saying like, hey, we have mutuals. I see you love Black Cat. I had just posted a video of some Black Cat comics I'd picked up from Shortbox. And she asked if I wanted to be on this panel because she'd wanted to get some creators from like the animated series, but Marvel told her no. Or they were told by Marvel no, probably because there's gonna be there's a Spider-Man animated series coming. And so she's like, well, I'm just gonna get together like Black Cat fans and cosplayers. And all of us, like Black Cat was my very first cosplay I ever did. I didn't get to try that on the panel. But yeah, that was my first one.
That is so crazy.
She was my gateway cosplay to see if I really liked it. That's the one I wore too. I made that a long time ago, put it together with like things that I got online and found at the fabric store. And I don't know, like Black Cat's she's just such like a boss. And she's so sassy, and I just love her. And everyone's stories about her, like what they liked, everyone was a little bit different. You know, we had similar intros to her, but I really loved her like comic book persona, and I love what they're doing with her character now. Like she's also a bicon as well. So, because she likes girls too, so she's had girlfriends as well as boyfriends. It's not just like Peter Parker's bad girl ex-girlfriend. Like no, like she's a businesswoman. She's friends with Peter's other ex-girlfriend, Mary Jane. You know, they're like she is a girl's girl. That's what Shelly said. She's a girl's girl.
That is so right. It's
Yeah. And then the Black Cat army that Shelly assembled was just incredible. The parade.
Because
I know.
Every person was different. It was so
Everybody.
personalized.
Yeah.
And it's like you could not even believe how amazing everybody looked. Like
I know. Everyone just
incredible.
Yeah, even you, like you came and I'm like, oh my gosh, it looked so good. Like you
it's
looked
so
like
beautiful how a character is so well designed that you could go on Amazon and like prime it and make it work, and you feel confident and you feel good. And I think that's what I love about cosplay. It's like, yes, I would wish to have these like crazy constructs, sure, but if you have a character that every single person can make their own, like that is so special. And literally a few days before that, Sean Chen had made that pinball machine. We're going to show it later, but he did a Black Cat pinball machine. So that was in my mind. And then you did your thing. And I was like, Carl, maybe Saturday. And then it all worked out. And that was the first panel I'd ever been to, Michelle.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was just so like, that's a long line. I'll wait for
the lines are deceiving, I promise you.
No, but now I know. And now I'm like, everyone should go. Ooh, spooky,
like
Carl.
Every time you say my name, I pop up.
That's true.
Oh. Bloody Carl, bloody Carl. Bloody
you summoned him.
So you guys keep going. I'm just standing in. So
we're jiving. I was just saying we actually managed to make it to both panels, and it just blew my mind. And Carl's very like chill about everything. He's like, yeah, of course we made it. Of course you met Lilong. No big deal. Of course there's 150 black cats, and I'm just like,
you're like, but I've never seen this many assembled, you know?
And
like,
Carl was down for the black cat kit.
Oh, yeah.
I think you ran out by the time I came back and changed my mind, because my initial reaction was like, oh, good. But then afterwards, like, oh, I should get in the vibes, and then they ran out. Just past that.
We can still hook you up, you know. We can Amazon Prime something to you.
Only if Justin and I can be twin black cats.
Matching black cat.
I know. Well, Justin's gonna do silk. He's gonna do silk.
Okay. You're silk.
Yeah, I was gonna do a gender bend silk.
Nice.
See, and the gender bending ones are my absolute favorite. They're like, why are you always Indiana Jones? Why are you? I'm like, I don't know. There's just something about like I like having props, so you go with something with props. And really cool. You guys didn't get to see the panel, and I didn't film it. But one of the coolest things I learned from that about Black Cat was that she does in fact use a whip. Because I second guessed myself, I left the whip. It has a grappling hook, but don't ever second guess yourself, you guys, because in some way, in some version of a comic, what you're dreaming about probably happened.
Yes. There's if it hasn't, it will be. Yeah.
So who came first, Black Cat or Catwoman? I actually don't know that.
I think it was Catwoman. I think it was Catwoman.
That makes sense. Batman is pretty old.
Yeah.
It's cool how different they.
Yeah, a lot of the characters between Marvel and DC, I think Marvel did copy DC, but I think Marvel does it better. Yeah. Marvel does do it better, but
they go all in.
I love a lot of the DC characters more for some reason.
I feel like DC had like iconic characters, and then they just neglected them, you know, for quite some time.
The writing got a little weird.
Yeah.
And they kind of fell off.
And then the movies were real.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, well, we love to see Batman now, so he's beefy, and I'm gonna see if I can get into that.
What have you guys covered so far? Like for the con so far, you guys talked about the 2 panels already, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we talked about panels, just trying to get more insight into how much goes into this and all the pre-planning, and just it's a lot. Just saying how like there's so much less shopping. And I know that's true for you too, Carl, because you have no space.
I didn't do it. I forgot everything. Like that day, I thought I was running late because you girls were like hanging there so early, and then so I forgot my wallet. I forgot my sketchbooks. I forgot like the key to my car. I forgot everything. I like literally had nothing. And so I had no money, no identification, no sketchbook, no art, no money, no nothing. And so I showed up. Yeah, I was surprised I was wearing pants. But what's funny is because I navigate cons all the time, and so I literally just got there, boom, park, went in, and then like was waiting for the girls. Like you guys were all trying to get in, and I had to give them directions on like where to go because we had like the talent parking, so that was nice. It was like a valet parking, everything. You just drive up.
Yeah,
and,
that's the VIP parking.
VIP.
Yeah,
It was so VIP, they didn't even direct me right, and I still went to the paid parking. And it's crazy because I was like, I'm in line still 45 minutes later, and he's like, I'm inside. And he just left because he's just like expert level, like shoo.
If
No
you
pass,
if you
nothing,
act,
like didn't have anything.
act like you know
That's
where you're
true.
going and what you're doing, and you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We do that in San Diego now
Yeah,
all the
San
time.
Diego. I'm like, if you walk with purpose, like don't make eye contact. Just be like, I know where I'm going.
Like, I just gotta get something.
Yeah, I'm just going up here.
I'm
Like,
so
they're like,
bad
I
at
literally
that.
gave Sarah my pass, my parking pass, and was hoping she could get the VIP treatment.
And I still failed. And then Mary is with me, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. I'm gonna get in here. It's fine. I'm gonna go back in here because I don't have my pass anymore. And she's fine, and they literally like, you. It's me. I get caught everywhere. It's like it's not funny.
They've been like, what? What?
But I had a great time until then. Because I was like, no, I actually had a pass, but I have to leave early, so I gave it away. Legit. And they were just like, you look suspicious. You're up to no good. Get out.
They did? They stopped you at the end, like when you were leaving?
Twice they stopped me. They stopped me the first time, and I was like, Mary has my pass. But the second time, Mary did not have my pass. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I knew I could probably try again, but the shame was there. It was like 3 walk of shames already one day.
Okay.
And I'm like, how are they picking me out of all these other black cats?
You should have been like, oh, the other black cat has my pass.
Mm-hmm.
I should have gone with the herd, and that is what I was saying.
Yeah. Or just be like, oh my gosh, it's in my. Or I always tell him like, my husband has my purse. It's with him. I'm meeting him right now. Like you just
look at that face. I love that face. I would definitely go for that. I can't. I'm gonna
don't know. She's navigating.
Yeah,
So,
even my
guys
want to be innocent is so not good.
Yeah, just be like my handler has it. Like I don't have any pockets.
Yeah, that's a good excuse for sure. I don't have any
It
pockets.
doesn't go with your
I don't want to
outfit.
ruin my costume. Yeah, I don't want to go in my costume.
I always tell them that. I'm like, it's in my bag. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
go with my outfit.
And that's the thing. I think it's my next level of confidence there because the same thing happened at SD, and I had a pass, and I was just like,
just flash it.
Yeah.
Just be like, my pass.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I just take it out and keep walking. Like I don't even.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I do.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well,
Like, I got places to be.
Definitely.
Can't get stopped.
So Carl's off to New York next week, as he does.
Yeah.
sending all
Oh
of
my
our
God,
thoughts
see you
and
guys there? What's the plan?
We have a wedding on Saturday.
Yes,
and
you
then
told me about that.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to work in Napa on Sunday.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. New York happens every year, but weddings only happen once. So,
Hopefully.
or twice.
You know,
depending.
depends on who's getting married.
I love
But yeah, we
that.
couldn't make it this year, unfortunately.
Yeah. But
miss
next
you.
year,
Next
next
year
year
we'll
we're
plan.
putting it on the calendar.
Yep.
Nobody get married. No work. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So,
You guys
what
typically,
happened
like-
after the panels? Like, I know, Sarah and I, we took off. Like, how's the rest of the weekend? Did you guys go on Sunday as well, or you guys hung out for the rest of Saturday?
We did go.
We hung out for the most of the day on Saturday.
Yeah.
We ended up hanging out with Chen at the bar because he wanted to hang out. So we had like a couple beers, and then we walked the con floor for a little bit, just checking out some toys and visiting some booths.
Yeah, trying to see people we didn't get to see on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys have
Was
to
there
kind of map
anything-
that out.
You do.
Yeah, was there any highlights that we missed? Like this LA Con versus previous? Like, I didn't know if this happened before, but wasn't there a whole separate hall that was like an anime hall?
Yeah.
They've been doing that the last few years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's like a gaming and anime West Hall, where
Yeah.
they have like a lot of anime voice actors, a lot of
They did the Milk Cup tournament over there for women.
women
Gaming.
gamers. Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome.
Did you guys go?
We walked over there, and she got a signature.
Oh yeah.
And some pictures
I got-
from one of her.
I got my Funko Pop signed
Ah,
Nice.
by Spencer Grammer.
that's awesome.
I was dressed like this too.
Yeah.
When I met her. I did this cosplay at
Nice.
LA Comic Con a few years ago. I brought it out of retirement. Thank God it still fit.
Was that day 3?
That was day 3.
Yes. Okay, cool. I know, isn't that crazy? I did my fall cleaning and I'm like, whoa, well, you have stuff from like 7th grade and it might still fit, but it's so faded. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I hope this doesn't deteriorate. Like,
What
you know,
you're
it's just
wearing.
not.
That's only a few-
It's only been a few years, but like things kind of get funky after a while. Like this had some, it has like a sparkle, like I cut up some shiny leggings, and you know how some things just kind of start sticking together, and that's how this was. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna last much longer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to my stuff. It like became one piece. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
One
enough
piece.
of that. So you did minimal loot, but you still bring stuff to get signed, even in cosplay. Because I did see you had a backpack. Like that's very dedicated.
Did yes, because I like to get comic book signed too. If I see creators that I know don't come out that often, or ones that do, and I just want to like stop by and say hi. Justin too, but I don't think you really got anything signed this.
I did not get anything
This
signed this
time.
time.
I got a couple other things signed. I got this My Little Pony comic signed by Angus. Oh my gosh, I always Garbowska. Garbowska. She's a My Little Pony artist,
Oh, cool.
and she also
Are
did
there any bronies here? Justin, are you a brony?
bronies? Maybe.
I don't know.
Justin is not into My Little Pony. He's a Spike. Like if he was gonna be
I'm
a pony,
hearing there's a lot of bronies now.
yeah.
It's a major
heard.
thing.
A big audience. They that's why they made Magic the Gathering cards. It's for the
I
bonus.
know. I really want
Oh.
those.
Or what?
I-
Stop it.
I
I'm
want
very
those.
gullible, Carl.
Yeah.
No, it's for real. They did make Magic
Yeah,
the
no,
Gathering.
yeah.
They did. They did.
Oh, what?
It was a
They're
San
all-
Diego Comic Con exclusive, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We tried finding them aftermarket, but they're not.
It's hard. They're hard to find.
Yeah.
They're hard because Justin's like, let's do magic stuff, and I'm like, okay, I want the ponies though.
Yeah. Well,
Dude, just want to play Magic.
they
Come
made
to
this
my house.
literally for you.
Yeah.
You're both
Yeah.
happy.
I know. I need these.
I actually, really quickly, I know we're kind of pretty far into the stream already, but I'm really excited because I heard you guys are going to start doing a podcast or something.
Yeah, we
Tell
are.
us. Tell us. Give us a sneak peek.
So we have a joint Instagram account called Adventures in Geekdom, and we were kind of using it to chronicle our like
Collecting mostly at
Colle-
first.
collecting and like
Mm.
con adventures. Like we wanted to maybe keep it a little bit separate from our personal accounts because mine was very heavily cosplay based, but I'm like, but we also love collecting and hunting and like just like conventions and pop culture things like that we do. And we thought maybe we should take that to another level. And so we did these things called Lit in Lives. So it's usually after we've had some beers, and we started just like opening up like packs of cards. Like we have some things sitting here because we haven't done it yet, but we have like Lorcana pack. So we just crack open a pack while we're drinking, and we're like, "What's up, guys?" Like, you know,
we found like these
So beautiful.
Marvel metal cards at
Oh, nice.
Target, and we're like, "Oh, let's just buy a pack. We'll get buzzed and open
Yeah.
them up live."
So-
And people.
That's so epic. I love that.
we just want to vibe with the community
Mhm.
and show people like, so this is what it's like to go to LA Comic Con.
Yeah.
Like these are some highlights like from it, and just have an open discussion. And we know so many creatives in the industry that we would love to have them on talking about any projects they have, talking about like, you know, what they're passionate about, what they're fanboying or fangirling over. Like just we have a lot of conversations with creatives after
Just
the
at their
con.
booth. Or just at their booth.
Yeah, just at the con.
Chatting.
And can we take that and put it in podcast format? So it's just really us
nerding out over stuff.
Yeah.
Just talking nerdy.
Kind of like this.
Yeah, like event recaps, doing like talking with friends who are in certain industries, like talking with artists, talking with comic book collectors, talking with toy collectors, talking with other cosplayers.
Yeah. And we get to go to events too. Like I'm super lucky that Marvel has me on their PR list to attend their premieres. So Justin is almost always my +1, and we go and experience these things. And like the vibes are sometimes so good. We're like, we want to hype this up. Like we want people to see this. So if we can do that like on our platform, you know, why not? Like these are our adventures in geekdom.
Yeah.
So we're just putting it out there. Like we're gonna make it happen.
Yep. Starting a website, starting podcasts, YouTube. Just make it all.
Yeah.
I mean, I will definitely be watching. I'm obsessed with you guys anyway, but it's also really cool to see like that could be my journey in a few years, you know, because both of you have inspired me to be like, actually you, especially Michelle, you were like, well, if you love it, just do it. And it's like such a just passive thing you said to me, but I was like, why am I not just doing it? Like I'll like run in and do it and like rush it and like have other motives going on, like, you know, I don't want to miss it, but it's like, it really is something we love to see. Two people who found each other and like grew this amazing community. And I mean, just so many people I've met as well. It's just like, okay, this is, if you keep in something you love, how much you can be involved in it.
Yes. Yes.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, just try it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it. We'd
just
like
do it.
Nike said.
No, Carl, he's always keeping us on point. Can't say that. That's so beautiful, though.
Yeah, it is. Just do it. I mean, I'm excited. I mean, so what format will it be? Because you said you guys are cracking packs. So is it going to be visual or is it going to be a podcast? Is it going to be a combination? Like, what's the thoughts surrounding?
It's probably going to be a combination. So we're starting up basically like a blog website where we can link all the platforms. So we'll probably do some YouTube interviews. We'll probably do podcasts if it's just us chatting about random stuff.
If it's just us, no one wants to see our face. Yeah. Like, no.
And then we'll even link our like unboxing lives on there too.
Yeah, those are fun. I think there's something about that that's very like carnal, where like we love the mystery and the like delight, right? And so there's like the ASMR element of like ripping the pack through. That's like really like an exhilarating thing. And it's like, you know, as much as we, you know, it's gaming in a way, right? It's like it's built into an algorithm, you know, and you're looking forward to those more rare cars. And it's what's awesome about any kind of, you know, pack breaks is you don't really have to know what's special and unique, because they've designed it in a way that when you see it, you know. That's like the most powerful tool when it comes to the pack breaks. So I think that's what kind of kept, you know, Magic the Gathering a very collectible game, because if you open any pack, if you saw that foil and that foil has a serial number, you know that card is going to be worth something, and chances are it does. And so I think it's going to keep going, man. This whole TCG world, Lorcana, Pokemon, everything else, is going to give you guys a lot more content to explore. So it's really smart for you guys to go out in that direction.
Mm-hmm. The fun thing about our card unboxing, when we do these Marvel ones, there's so many different characters. We'll usually like crack it open and we'll show the character and we'll be like, I have no idea who this is. And then everyone in the comments will just start they'll just start talking and telling
us
these stories.
They give us all the info.
So and it also causes a lot of
discussion
interactions
in the chat. Yeah. It's great. It's great.
So great. I mean, it's really like your life. it's what you love. So it's like you might as well share it, and you might as well be able to look back on every single amazing event you've been able to attend.
Yes.
So that's really, really exciting.
I think we could start even trying to record the panels and put those up there too.
Yeah, we're gonna try to record our panels as well. I got in trouble for live streaming, so I'm not allowed to live stream.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
Okay, everybody, we can't do that.
Wait. So you were live streaming at the Black Cat panel?
No.
San Diego.
It was at WonderCon. I was
WonderCon.
live streaming Justin's panel at WonderCon, his AAPI panel, and so I've done this multiple times already. I don't think you're supposed to, but I just did it anyway. And this lady was like, "You cannot stream that. Like, only people who paid to be here can see it live. Like, you can record it and post it later, but you cannot live stream." So, I mean, I was in the wrong, but I didn't want to get kicked out. So I was like, okay.
Didn't want to push it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a rule.
That's valid. They
like...
should make time for the panel they want to see until later. I get it, but yikes.
Yeah, it's weird.
Panels that are overlapping, like mine is overlapping Justin's, you know, or
right.
I don't know, but yeah, don't live stream your panel.
You
will get in trouble.
If they're not ready for the excitement, it could happen. So.
Justin, I have a question for you. It's a really small community when it comes to Asians and entertainment. Are you ever worried that you're gonna start running out of guests for the panel? Because I feel like you've gotten like everybody on there already.
No, it's crazy. I keep finding new people to bring on. I even bring people back if they want to.
You start repeating.
Yeah, I've repeated a couple guests. I've had a couple on,
but at different cons.
And it's usually like there's few in between, so it's never even the same year.
Got it. Okay, so you kind of rotate it as well, and you shift the conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
I like having a rotating cast, and I like hitting up different industries also. So artists, writers, actors, TV writers. I'm trying to think. I've had journalists on there, photographers, cosplayers. I'm going to try tapping into costume design.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that'd be huge. Have you guys seen what's happening today?
No.
For Game of Thrones? If you look at heritageauctions.com, today was one of the largest Game of Thrones costume auctions.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like I wasn't paying attention, but in the afternoon I just checked in real quick, and you could literally get the original Daenerys dragon eggs. But the bid was already up to like 30 grand when I saw it.
Shit.
But these are all the original props. So that market has gone crazy. Like the studios used to give them away because they don't know what to do with them, right?
Yeah.
But now, like, it's insane. So you go look at Game of Thrones. I don't know. That one. So click on that. You can visit the auction.
Oh, wow.
All the different like pieces, like needle was a big piece.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Can you imagine showing up to a con in one of these?
Oh my god!
Spend that much on one.
You gotta wear it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a Daenerys, the snow costume with the chain and the little dragon. Dude, like if I was a girl, I would want that. I would totally love that. Like,
I would do a whole photo shoot.
I would never fit into her outfit, but yes,
we could make it work. Don't worry.
Yeah, make it work. I mean, I want the armors. I want
And someone's gonna have the sickest Halloween costume right now. So I'm saying, if you love it, buy it.
Someone
these bids are not even that much. Like $2,000. Like, look at that top, $925.
That's actually not bad. And if I'm saying that,
oh my god, here you go.
They're really well made. Like,
oh my gosh.
And did you guys know that all the Queen's costumes, like they showed the back, they all have dragon spines, like super detailed. It's really beautiful. Yeah, they're like really well made.
Those prices are actually really good.
This is the biggest auction right now. They basically, it's all the first, it's the first whole run of Game of Thrones, and basically all the costumes, everything's on auction. So I don't know. I guess it's multiple days. because I can't see it from my phone, but it looks like someone
that
like
one's
live
expensive,
auction
though.
12 hours. Yeah, so basically this one, because 12 hours, this one will probably end around like 25 to 30,000 for
Wow.
this. So it's pretty.
And that is why you should all get into cosplaying, because we did it for a steal. We can do it for like 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely like Jon Snow's sword. I think that thing's gonna go for like
Oh.
crazy
Oh
money.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
gosh.
since you guys are in cosplay, I mean,
It's
this
so
is kind of
hard.
like peripheral to like the comic art world that I like living in.
Yep.
Way more expensive. So,
Yeah.
but
Prop
I pay
collecting
attention
is
to it
nuts.
because yeah, I was trying to get my friends to all chip in with me on like one of the shield
The
collections. 'Cause
lantern.
you have
Oh.
like a collection of all the shields, and you get all the houses.
Oh, and then separate or spread them
Oh, then
out.
you each
Your faces.
That would be cool.
Creepy as shit.
No.
Dang.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh
Isn't
my
that
God.
wild? So good.
These prices are not bad for these costumes. Like,
Yeah, they were saying that there's gonna be some steals because everyone wants to buy.
Oh
The
yeah, the
big
main
stuff,
characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So there's gonna be
beautiful.
some steals.
Like, how's the wagon? The wagon's only $700.
They have those giant dragon skulls too. Those giant prop dragon skulls.
You can
That's
buy one of those.
Justin,
Where would you put that?
Let's put it.
Your living room, guys.
Yeah,
right.
you know
Just
what?
take up all the living room.
Get rid of the TV.
Ooh,
We're
that-
only gonna have a dragon skull.
Dude, like I would want Jamie Lannister's golden armor.
Look,
with
that's
I
$2,000.
see
That's
that for you.
cheap.
That'd
For
be
That's
armor.
cheap for armor.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta think about this from like a LARP
Building it,
perspective,
or
or
building
like
it.
cost. Yeah, building
Like time and
That's
materials.
$2,000 for that is very good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, so
I
you
got
would
some of
spend
my-
that much on a costume?
Yes,
you're
my
more than
snail
that.
meal thing, like
mean,
when I
more than
did Ren
it's
Fair.
a time for material. Like,
Well, have you seen the,
What?
like leather, those all leather Batman
and
costumes?
yeah,
or
anything
the-
that's
Yeah.
leather or metal. Like,
people pay like upwards of like a Deadpool, like a really good Deadpool costume can
Yeah.
cost someone like $3,000.
yeah.
Mhm.
What? I would buy this then. I want the
Exactly.
Right,
That's
exactly.
why I was like, these are great prices.
Mhm.
I mean, my
They
mom
really
sews the majority of mine, but I have commissioned a few things, and like, it,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, because we
I
talked to
went
some people that
to
really good.
actually this like person in Russia when I was on vacation. And I was like, do you do like snail meal, like dragon meal, like whatever? And I got a custom thing made. So from Russia, with all of that, it was like 800. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that
these
sounds.
things are like $3,000 at least typically.
Yeah. That's why it's
And
like
that was
2,000 for
custom.
all that. That's a really good price.
Right.
Like,
And it's so funny because we're like, we would wear it, and everyone else is like, keep showing it
we would.
somewhere.
You would put in like
like,
a case of display.
I mean,
At
you
least
could wear. I
once.
would wear it at least once. I would do a photo
Yeah.
shoot in it, and then maybe like put it away.
True.
Right.
You know,
And
but
then
like you
seal
have
it
to
and
enjoy
resell
it.
it and never talk about it ever again.
Yeah, like preserve it. Like, you know how you do like a
Oh my
wedding
god,
dress
what the
preservation?
heck? The death chair?
That's
Oh
the chair that Ramsey was tied up on when he
Oh, is it? Oh,
right
damn.
when he gets bitten
Oh,
by
yeah.
that dog. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my God.
That Ramsey's house is pretty badass too. Hand of the King, that pin. That's
That is
dope.
cool.
That is nice.
so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Damn, was this at $20,000? What?
Which one? Which one? What was that?
The
That's
chair.
Tyrion
Oh,
Lannister's.
Tyrion Lannister. Yeah, that's crazy. That's probably gonna end around 40-50 grand for sure.
Yeah. Or you could get like a couple costumes from here. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Is that Jon
It's
Snow's
funny-
sword?
Priorities are very interesting if they don't like dressing up.
Because I think a lot of collectors like they don't have a lot of space because they
Mm.
just hoard. So the
want the
smaller
small thing.
stuff that's more meaningful actually sells for more. The stuff that are bulkier and bigger, you'd be surprised. There's probably gonna be some deals like this one. This is the dress I was talking about. This
Daenerys
dress
dress.
is so cool. It's Daenerys dress. Click on it. If you look in the back of it, it has a dragon spine. It's really cool. Click yeah, right
Oh,
there.
no.
Oh,
That's
Look at the details. Click on it.
that's so
That's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Like
that's
you don't
very
see
cool.
that on the show, right?
No,
But look at
never.
how they
Look,
created
they
it like
shaped the fur. They like
isn't that crazy?
sculpted the fur.
I know that.
Wow.
Damn.
That's like so
That's
intricate.
freaking cool.
Yeah, the craftsmanship on it is insane. Yeah.
Y'all, let's buy some Game of Thrones stuff. Let's put a group together. We could
This
do
one's
it.
it's only 16 grand.
Only.
I mean, maybe not that one, maybe not that one, but we could put together something.
Okay,
We
so
could do it.
next year we all go to Burning Man and make new friends.
Yeah.
They're like, we just bought all these outfits for this.
Although Burning Man is really hot, so like less is more.
Less is more. Yeah.
Oh
I haven't
my
been yet. It's on my
God.
checklist. I definitely want to go.
We have
Yeah.
not been
I
either.
survived.
I have not been either, but I've been near it. Like I lived in Reno for a little bit, and the
You got to see everyone
yeah,
drive.
I got to see all the
aftermath.
burners come
Burners
through.
driving through.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aftermath.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks,
this is
Mary.
great.
Thanks for opening that for
Thank
us.
you,
That
Mary.
was cool.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Dang,
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna have to go
definitely
put in
not
some bids now.
inspiring us not to spend money, but I feel better
Well, no,
about
so
any
five-
future purchases.
I think we have 5 more minutes. What else have we not covered? Back to the Future. I know like Michael J. Fox and them were there. Did you guys go as well? I know a lot of people went for Saturday afternoon.
Not.
We did not.
But we saw way more Back to the Future cosplayers than
Then
we've ever seen
yeah.
in our entire life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whenever there's guests like that,
Yeah.
I feel like people like cosplayers will go all out. Oh, and Star Wars. There was
Star
a lot of
Wars,
Star
yep.
Wars too for
The Anakin and
for
Obi.
Hayden and Ewan.
yeah,
Yeah.
those were the 4 biggest guests at the whole place.
Like everybody I knew was like coming out with photos and autographs, and I'm just like, damn, I did not
we did not.
I did
prepare
not
for
buy a
that, yeah.
ticket. They were sold out like pretty quickly. So
Mm-hmm.
someday.
Yeah, we ran to our friend from the Comics and Crypto podcast, Sean, the producer. He loves Back to the Future apparently, and he bought 14 of those signature tickets.
What?
And he literally showed us like the laser disc, the DVD, the VHS, all the original full like wrapped ones, and
my
just to get them signed. And I didn't know how big that CGC market was, so that was kind of cool too. Seeing like that level of fandom for Back to the Future, it was pretty impressive. Like to go on like that.
Didn't even realize.
Well, they haven't done like a cast signing, I think, in a long time, you know. So to have them all there together at once, like to get the photos or to get signatures on things, like that's incredible for collectors and fans.
Oh, they are getting older too.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
He
Michael
did
J.
say he had everybody but Michael J. Fox on a lot of those things. So
Oh, that's huge. Then.
But yeah, some of the stuff we were like, put it back in the suitcase, like.
I know, right? Lock that up.
But it was mission accomplished. So that's pretty.
Yeah.
Ooh, we have a question. It's
all right. What's the question?
It's kind of intense, everyone. What was the best Back to the Future movie? I think there's 3.
I don't know. The only one I remember seeing was the one where they go to the West, like the Wild West.
Oh, that's
I think it's 3. I think it's 3.
I think so. I enjoyed every single one. So I don't know. I feel like when I watch them all in like a marathon too. So I don't know if I'm like clear on which one.
Which one is which? Because it's all just like one continuous movie for you.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like that. I do too. I usually binge all 3, and but it's hard to beat the first one. The first one is such a so many
classic
moments.
Wait,
yeah,
the
so that's hard to beat for sure.
And the third one, no, I think they're all great. Even the Western one, I'm like, this is absolutely amazing.
Second one is definitely a highlight for sure. That was like really well done, production value, everything else. But yeah, the first one's really hard to beat. Yeah.
All right. Question was answered. We all agree they're all great. So everybody wins.
All right. So to wrap this up, what was our overall impression of LA Comic Con? I know like from the industry perspective, there's been a lot of evolution, changing hands of ownership, whatever else. But as we kind of walked off Comic Con LA this weekend, what was like everyone's feelings about the brand of LA Comic Con? Because like WonderCon has like its own kind of brand. San Diego Comic Con has its own kind of brand. It's like the Super Bowl, right? New York Comic Con is like the artist alley, kind of the comic con. So what is the LA Comic Con brand? Like what's the general feeling that you guys walked away from?
I feel like LA always gets like big name stars. I mean, I know that Fan Expo also does that. But for LA, maybe it's just the accessibility, like to have that many like high caliber like, celebrities there. Because there was also like Power Rangers too. Like the Pink Ranger was there. You know, there were also like big animation, like voice actors as well. So to me, just the talent that they get to come through is crazy good.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. It felt a lot more like a fan expo because you had some really great artists there too, but there was almost no line for any of the artists.
Yeah,
Which was surprising.
Yeah.
That's kind of how fan expo is
kind of
too.
like hadn't gone to anything like that. I thought it was going to be similar to WonderCon, which is like lots of kids, lots of families, lots of like purchasing, lots of like it didn't have the same energy. And then LA Comic-Con, I felt like was definitely for celebrities and for cosplayers. Like typically, like instead of having people like lining up to buy stuff to resell, I felt like everyone in LA like dressed up a little bit. It's great. It's the gateway. It's like, oh, you wear your t-shirt this year. Next year, you're gonna have a full outfit or like a onesie at least. Like
yes.
LA's always a huge cosplay. That whole lower lobby is always just packed with cosplayers.
Tons of cosplay.
Like,
it's so cool to see that because it's like one space. Whereas when you go to SD, you're like, it's this whole row and you kind of like miss a lot of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good way to recap it. I think it was definitely like talent fandom for sure, like industry talent fandom. So Batman Who Laughs. Definitely check it out if you want to cosplay as well. I feel like, that bomb floor when we're walking through it on the way to Michelle's panel, it was like, whoa, there's like all of a sudden all these cosplayers and they're all taking pictures. That I think that's very unique to LA, and I agree, Michelle. I think when it comes to talent, it's almost so accessible here that it was almost like a given. Like there's so much that none of the talent ever even stands out. It's almost like there's just a lot of talent, and because of that, I think the fandom. And then the third bullet point is, not much shopping. Like when we're walking through Arts Alley, I don't feel like anyone was like, making a big bag from sales. I felt like there was a lot. You could like talk to anybody, and it wasn't like no one was super busy selling stuff. Because you know how it is when like you guys walk through like a busy artist alley and your friends are super busy and you're talking to them and they're kind of they're trying to talk to you but they're like busy like vendoring. I felt like there was none of that. I felt like I talked to everybody like just with no rush. Because there wasn't that much commerce going on. So everyone's spending their money on those Back to the Future tickets.
Yeah, the autographs and pictures.
They really were. They really were.
In LA, people are so spoiled. Like they're just like, I'll just wait till Sunday and then I'll haggle. It's like, I don't want to be.
Were you guys there on Sunday? Was it slow or was it busy? Because I heard Friday was pretty slow and then Saturday was busy and then I don't know about Sunday. Was Sunday busy?
Sunday was busier than Friday, that's for sure.
Yeah, Sunday was busier.
Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad. We had no problem walking through the aisles, talking to people.
No. Trying to get those last minute purchases.
Last minute things.
Last minute book signatures.
Okay. So sounds like the play for anyone who wants to attend next year is to go Friday. Like go on Friday if you want like a nice clear crowd, not no one in the way. Saturday if you want a party, right? And then
Saturday if you want celebrity.
Yeah.
Because not all the celebrities are there every day.
If you want to cosplay and hang out in the lobby, that's the ideal time. See everyone, get pictures taken.
Yeah. You cannot cross the lobby floor in cosplay without a photographer stopping
At
you.
least one.
Yeah.
And then the last tip is if you believe you're VIP, you'll get VIP parking.
Yes. If you act like you're going somewhere with purpose, like I know where I'm going, that's fine. Like it is fine. They're like, all right, cool. Okay. Like she knows where she's going.
I love that. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to come hang out with us. We love talking to you. Can't wait to hear more of your adventures. And we'll definitely check in with Carl too when you get back from New York and see what you've managed to bring home with you.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be rough. This one, I think we have 4 creators there, so I'm gonna be running around like supporting them. But it's cool. I love it. I enjoy the artist alley there, and it's gonna be a fun one. So
I have FOMO.
Michelle, Justin, Sarah, you guys will be missed. But I'll be on a little adventure for sure.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you all for joining us. If you haven't already, please like, follow, subscribe. We have more fun content like this and collaborations, lots of events coming up. And we want to wish you all a happy holiday, happy Halloween, and happy cosplaying to you all.
Yay.
Yay.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive home now.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna make it. You got this.
I don't know where I am right now.
Oh.
See you guys.
All right,